We have a 2008 Audi A6 3.2 liter, and we're going to show you how to replace the oxygen sensors. Okay, we're going to be replacing two oxygen sensors. We have electrical codes for sensor bank 1, sensor 2, and bank 2, sensor 1. This is the right side of the car. This is bank 1. This cylinders 1, 2, and 3. This is bank 2. Now, the oxygen sensors, the front oxygen sensor is located right down there, right next to the coil pack number 3. And the second O2 sensor is located down deep inside in there. See? Right down there, that gray wire goes to the sensor number 1, and sensor number 2 is right there. Same deal on the left side, bank 2, sensor number 2 is right in the cat, and sensor number 1 is right there in the exhaust manifold. So first we're gonna unclip this vacuum hose for the PCV, for the evap system. Take the clamps off the air duct. We're gonna remove the air duct so we could get better access to the rear O2 sensor. You're gonna have to do the same thing if you need to replace the front O2 sensor. Be careful, there's a little hose connected to the air duct. Don't break the fittings. Just be gentle with it. And twist it to the side. While it's sitting on the side. And here's our O2 sensor. The wire is zip tied to the couple of spots. Got little clips holding the wire, then it's zip tied to the rest of the harness. So we're gonna have to cut all those zip ties off. Don't forget to put them back on, because later the harness might fall down on the catalytic converter and melt the harness, and then you're gonna have more electrical problems. When you're cutting zip ties, make sure you don't cut the harnesses. Okay, now we have our wires free. This is the plug number for the sensor number 2. To take the plug out, you have to twist it. Don't pull on the plug, because you might break these little clips. So twist it like this and take it out. Now disconnect it, same deal. Be careful, don't break the connectors. So we're gonna grab a oxygen sensor socket, size 22 millimeter socket you're gonna need for it, but we use the special one. It has a little hole for the wire. Easier not to damage the sensor. Yeah, put it around. Gonna grab a long extension, slide her in from the top, lock it, and put a wrench in it and take the sensor out. Okay, so put a wrench in it and loosen it. When you're loosening the oxygen sensors, always hold the wrench over here so it doesn't get twisted. Otherwise you will bend the sensor and break it. So you gotta hold the wrench with extension over here and break it loose. Same way when you're tightening it, hold the wrench over here. Once you broke it loose, usually sensors come out without a problem. If it's not coming out by hand after you broke it loose, then most likely you're gonna have a problem with the thread, and you might need to use the oxygen sensor thread repair kit to fix the thread, or you're gonna have to make a new one. Whatever it is, you're gonna have to fix it. Yep, this is our oxygen sensor. It'll be a good time to check the condition of the cat inside. If you see any visual damage, you should address that soon. See, there's like a little honeycomb inside. If you see any meltings or any pieces laying around or anything that doesn't look right, you got a problem. Here you go, we got our new oxygen sensor. I would suggest using only dealer parts, special oxygen sensors. We had problems with the aftermarket sensors. We even had a problem one time that we bought 4 oxygen sensors, and out of the box all 4 weren't working properly, and they were misleading us into different directions. So use only OEM oxygen sensors. Do not waste your time on aftermarket sensors. Although the OEM ones are much more expensive, but it might save you a lot of time and headache. As you see, the new oxygen sensor has a little bit of anti-seize on it. If in any case yours doesn't have it, put some anti-seize on it so it doesn't get fused to the cat. Okay, put a new sensor in by hand. As far as you could go by hand, you should be able to go almost all the way. Do not twist the wires too much. So don't connect it first, wind the sensor in and then tighten it. And after the sensor is nice and tight, then you can connect the wires. See, the sensor went in almost all the way. Now tighten it and connect the wiring. The sensor has a little crash washer gasket on it. Once you hit the gasket, you probably gonna make another turn and a half, turn and a quarter to tighten it up, to actually crash the gasket and seal the sensor in there. Now this is our old sensor. There's a little clip in here. It was clipped on right over here on the bracket, somewhere in here. Yep, under this plug for the throttle body, or what is, oh, injector plug, sorry. There's a little hole in there where that little clip goes into. You're gonna have to cut the zip tie off and replace it with a new one. Alright, see, this is how this clip looks with the new zip tie in it. So what I do is I put the zip tie on the sensor and then just slide it down. Don't tighten it. Slide it down to the spot where you want it to be and clip the clip into the bracket, and then tighten the zip tie so that it holds the wire. See, it's gonna look like this. That's it, it's clipped in. Don't make the wire too tight, leave some slack in there, and then tighten zip tie. Yep, that's it. As long as the wire is not gonna fall onto the cat, you're fine. Now cut the extra zip tie length off and zip tie the wire to the wiring harness where it was zip tied before. So we got the wire zip tied back to the harness, the plug is back into place, and we're all set with the sensor. So we got our intake pipe back on, clip everything back to where it was, all the hoses. Don't forget about this little vacuum hose. Set the clamps back on, See, there's little spots, stoppers for the clamp, so it doesn't rotate when you tighten it. Make sure it's all aligned. Tighten the clamps, and you're all set. Now we're gonna change the bank 2 sensor 1. Gonna remove the coolant tank, set it aside. You gotta take this bolt out, then flip it. Flip this side up and take it out. See, there's a little spots where it goes into the bracket, so you gotta flip it up, take it out. Disconnect the coolant level sensor and just set it aside. Here we go, we got this sensor that we're gonna replace. Same deal with this sensor, the wires are zip tied to the harnesses. It goes up to over here. Same thing, you gotta twist it and take it out. Don't try to yank on it and pull it out. It's gotta get twisted. So we got the wire loose. Now we're gonna loosen the sensor. For this sensor we're gonna use a different socket. See, it's like a little angle socket. We'll put it on the wire. Put it on the sensor. I'm gonna use the same extension. Lock it in and loosen it. Yep, same deal. Once the sensor is loose, it could be spun by hand. Take the socket out and take the sensor out by hand. In some cases you could even twist the wires so the sensor comes out. But don't do it with a new sensor. You could only do it with the old sensor that's already bad, so in order not to damage the wires. Yep. We got the sensor out. Deal. We got a new sensor. One more thing about oxygen sensors. You cannot shake them a lot. You cannot drop them. If you drop an oxygen sensor, you might as well throw it in the garbage. There's a very big possibility that it's gonna be bad. So do not shake them or drop them. If you drop an oxygen sensor, you could damage it in internal parts, and then you're stuck with it. Put it in all the way by hand, and then tighten it. There's in all the way by hand. Grab an extension and tighten it. Oops. Make sure you hold the wrench so the extension doesn't get twisted, otherwise you could damage the sensor. The sensor is tight. Connect the wiring. Make sure it clicks when you connect it, and then twist the sensor into the bracket. You gotta pull it all the way in and twist it. You cannot push it in. Once again, see there's a little slot. There's a little slot for this sensor holder. Pull it in and twist it. And sensor is connected, plug is in, wire is tucked in, and zip tied to the harness. We're all set. Now we take the tank, see this pin over here? It's gotta go right into this hole over there, and this little tab goes into this little square hole. Don't forget to connect the coolant level sensor. So in, blow the thing down. And you're all set. Now clear the codes, take the car for a ride, or do the readiness, set the readiness, and see if your problem is fixed.